And turning back now to homegrown terror is on the rise, with the feds nabbing a sixth American in less than 3 weeks for plotting to either join or support ISIS. The latest arrest coming Friday when the feds arrested Kiona Thomas, a Philadelphia woman who said it would be, quote, amazing to become an ISIS martyr. So, how has ISIS been so successful recruiting from inside the United States? Joining us now, Fox News contributor, former Navy SEAL Rob O'Neill. Happy Easter, Rob. Thanks for being here.
Leland, happy Easter. Thank you for having me.
Does it surprise you how successful ISIS has been in continuing to recruit Americans from inside the United States and being able to self-radicalize people?
No, it's not surprising at all to me. They've pretty much mastered the art of online videos and social media. They're making these videos that look like Hollywood trailers, and they're pushing them out to a younger group that honestly doesn't understand the reality of what's going on over there. They're recruiting people that are young, who don't really have much to look forward to, and they present this utopia political project where they can go over there. There's high morale. They can be part of a brotherhood. In the case of the females, they can become wives of jihadists who they find very attractive, and then ultimately they're hoping, because of their radicalization, that they can die fighting infidels or apostates and become martyrs and then live the lavish afterlife that they know is going to be there.
Are these lonely people in their mom's and dad's basement that we really shouldn't worry about, or is this a real threat? The difference between aspirational versus operational. Are these folks who actually present a clear and present danger to the United States?
They definitely present a danger to the United States. Right now what we're seeing is they want to go over to ISIS in Syria and Iraq and other parts of Africa to be a part of something bigger. And to be honest, a lot of them are actually burning their passports because they never want to come back. But once they realize how hard it is to potentially get to Syria through Turkey or wherever, they can do some damage here fighting us here. And it's going to be as simple as something with the bombs they found on the young ladies in New York, with the will to do that. The woman they just sentenced to 4 years in January. All they're going to need is a few guns and a little will and that willingness to die at a gun-free zone, a movie theater, a shopping mall, or an elementary school to wreak some havoc on us.
It's so often said the terrorists only have to be right once, the security services have to be right every single time. And one of the things that makes a big difference and has helped in a lot of these arrests is surveillance programs, be it social media surveillance, NSA surveillance on phone records, those kinds of things. One person was caught trying to look at indirect travel routes to Turkey to then be able to get into ISIS. How do you balance the evidentiary value and also the investigative value of being able to have these kinds of surveillance programs and protect folks from exactly these folks versus, on the other side, the personal freedoms here in the United States?
Well, I have nothing but respect for the FBI and for Homeland Security, because their job is very difficult. While they are trying to protect us, they're getting handcuffed as well by certain civil liberties, which we do need to have. But at what point is what's more important, to have someone listen to someone else's phone call or monitor their Twitter, or have a bunch of people get executed in a movie theater? We need to give up potentially some of our rights just so we can be protected from the terror within.
Well, it's a lot more inconvenient to be dead than it is to be surveilled, I guess, at one level. Very quickly, though, in terms of once these folks have become radicalized and they've read online how to carry out an attack in the United States, you've spent a lot of time protecting folks. How difficult is it to protect these kinds of soft targets? We saw the mall attack in Kenya by al-Shabaab, obviously the latest attack at Garissa University. Is there a way to protect these soft targets from asymmetrical attacks or not?
There's the way to protect, and one term that we use is you eliminate the threat. And right now what happens at these gun-free zones is because it's a political statement instead of reality, where if we don't have guns here, we're going to be just safe. But once, the guy with the gun shows up, who's the first person they call? The cops, the guys with the guns. So we need to be smart about what we're doing. The world is smaller than we think. The terrorists are real, and whether or not we're fighting them, they are fighting us.
Well, they certainly are, and as we've seen, so many more are joining by the day, even here in the United States. Rob O'Neill, appreciate you joining us. Happy Easter to you and yours, sir.
Happy Easter. Thanks for having me.
All right.